I just wanted to start this one off with a sigh. No particular reason. I just feel like it adds to the ambiance of the rambling, if that makes sense. You get me? So now that I'm here on this mic just talking shit and eating chicken nuggets, I'm not really eating chicken nuggets. I try not to do that when I'm recording videos like this. This is like more podcast style. Now when I'm recording my gaming videos, I honestly don't care, cause I'm gonna eat. You know what I mean? A brother gonna eat. I love me some fiddles. You heard? I can I at least go eat me 2 double cheeseburgers plain, a large fry, and orange icy. No, I'm lying. But that was my order. Like when I was a child, like when I ate red meat. I don't eat red meat no more. I stopped eating red meat like around what, like 17, I think. No particular reason. Like there wasn't any like real health reason for that, or like religious reason or anything like that. I was just tired of I don't know. I wouldn't even say that I was tired. I would just say that like I just wanted to stop eating red meat, so I did. I don't know. And I mean, now that I've stopped, now that I don't eat red meat, I don't feel the want or need for it, I guess. I haven't had red meat. I haven't. It's been like what, like damn near, yeah, like damn near 10 years now, almost. I turned 27 here in November, so it's crazy that you know, it doesn't feel like that long ago. I was saying, yeah, I stopped eating red meat like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? That, that's just very interesting. I think one topic I wanted to touch on today was if life gave you lemons, that whole debacle, because life's gonna give you some lemons. What do you do with those lemons? You get me? I I I um I think my take on it is that you should eat them. You know, like if you get a lemon, just just eat it whole. Don't chew it. Swallow it like a pill. You get me? It's some lemons are pretty big, so I don't think it'd be a very easy feat, if I'm honest with you. But it's okay because when you are going through life and you get a lemon, you you tend to want to ignore that lemon, just kind of put that lemon aside and deal with it later. And I say that with quotations because it's like, do you really deal with it later? You know what I mean? Some people just kind of like go through shit and just, well, that happened. You know what I mean? And they ignore to take care of those feelings, acknowledge them, and feel them. You know, and understand where they were coming from. I When I go through like a life situation that hits hard, you know what I'm saying? I I I find it very instrumental and very important to feel those emotions. You know what I mean? And sit with it for a bit. I uh, I try not to bring people down, but I will vent. I'll make sure people understand where I'm coming from, see other people's perspective on my situation. You know what I mean? That's always helpful, very handy. And I've been trying to figure out how much wood a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But I honestly can't give you a number. You know what I mean? Somebody was telling me that a woodchuck could chuck wood, because a woodchuck is a woodchuck. It's in the name. But I don't know, if you look up a picture of a woodchuck, I doubt they're chucking any wood. You know what I'm saying? You look at that little motherfucker and you're like, is that woodchuck actually gonna chuck something? Probably not. And that's okay. Cause when life gives you a woodchuck, you just you chuck wood at it, and hopefully it leaves you alone. Cause it's been stealing out of your trash can for like the last week. And I think that's really annoying, if you ask me. Like there's so many other trash cans in the world. Why are you stealing out of mine? Them darn woodchucks. I'm actually, you know, I'm actually personally afraid of woodchucks. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm trolling right now. I'm just rambling. This is HD TV. This is HD TV ramblings with Cass. ADHD. I'm a black person. I just wanted y'all to know that. And part of me is like, damn, maybe I should cut that part out. You know what I'm saying? But then another part of me is like, if I cut that part out, would this actually be ADHD ramblings? You know what I'm saying? What would be my precedent? What would be my rules, my I can't find the word, qualifications for what would make an ADHD ramblings video. I think one of my qualifications would be like, let it roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let it roll. Like, I feel like sometimes I have to put deep thought into the shit that I'm talking about, but it's really not important. I'm really not talking about shit sometimes. And that's the point of ADHD ramblings, is just to talk. Just to talk and people let people just enjoy the sound of somebody talking. Which, I don't know about you guys. I'm very much one of them type of people that, like, I'll just listen to a voice I like a lot. Yeah, I'm very much a, like, podcast or like audiobook kind of person. Um I If ASMR is done right, I fuck with ASMR. You know what I mean? Some people get on there and start tapping their nails hard as fuck on some cardboard or some shit that should be irritating my earballs. And I'd be sitting here like, why are you making all those noises? It's just loud. I hate the sound of like Sharpie on like cardboard. That sounds horrible. It hurts my body. It honestly hurts my entire being when I hear that sound. It makes me want to cry. And when I say, it makes me want to cry, I mean that wholeheartedly. I want you guys to know the severity of the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to know. And I wanted to get back to a point that I had earlier, not too long ago. Even, it was probably just like a couple minutes ago, or even a minute ago. But I forgot. That train of thought is gone. It might come back through. It might slide back through. You know what I'm saying? Uh, go a few stations down. Do that little turnaround. The little turnaround thing when they switch the rails. Make it go to the other track. Come back to my brain. Like, hey, yo, I'm still here. You can finish this thought now. I think that is a good way to explain how my brain works. Like I have multiple trains. You know, it's like a big ass train station of trains of thoughts, and like I just kind of got to choose which train I want to ride. You know, choose it very thoroughly. I try I try not to choose the most unhinged one because it makes me look crazy. You know, the one where I start stimming uncontrollably and making funny noises. And you know, I think that's crazy. I love it. I think it's funny when I see other people do it because I know it. I know what it is and I've been there. So like I love watching that. I think it's I think it's a interesting sight for sure because you know what? I wouldn't even say interesting. I think it's like a very comforting sight. Like it's very like if you're like stimming with me or just in general, I'm just like, okay, this person is my type of person. You know what I mean? Because it's like not everybody's gonna do that, and people are gonna have issues with wanting to eat chicken nuggets on Tuesday. That's one of my vocal stems right there. Actually, you guys got a little taste. A little taste. You guys hear a lot of that probably in these ADHD ramblings videos. It's just me talking, and I could talk. I, I didn't mean to breathe into the mic like that. I'm sorry. I could talk. I feel like I could talk more. I just honestly some other thoughts that go in my head. Like sometimes I'm just like I don't really feel like sharing that. It's not necessarily like a bad thought, you know. It would just be like thoughts that I'm like, do I really feel like getting into this thought? You know what I mean? Yeah, like going back to that train analogy. Like, do I really feel like riding this train? Is this something I want to use my brain power on? You know, probably not. Maybe not. And I have to do that with a lot of trains that are in my brain, in my brains, insane in the membrane. You know, I don't. You know, when I think about it, insane in the membrane is like, a crazy line right there. Because like you're saying that your membrane it is ingrained in your membrane to be insane. Bars, you know, and so does this mean you are constantly repeating things and getting the same result and not changing them? Is this what makes you insane in the membrane? You get me? I don't know. It's a very curious thought, very interesting dialogue. It makes me want to eat chicken nuggets. I know I said that I want to eat chicken nuggets, but to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest chicken nugget person in the world. There's this one character in this game I watched somebody play, and their name is Nugget, and they love them some nuggets. You know, they built themselves a cave and just poured nuggets into it, and it became the Nugget Cave. Why? I don't know. Because why not? Is the answer to that question. Part of me felt like he just dug a small hole and then put some nuggets in it, you know, to like sleep on the nuggets. But no, he built a whole cave system. I wasn't ready for that, honestly. My brain was like, whoa. And yeah, I'm talking about a game, but still, I can react like that about a game. I know it's not grandiose or anything like that, but what can a black person do? You know, I'm just one black person here on this earth doing my Dougie. That's what That's what I hit when I go to the club. I know it's like way after 2010, but I I just feel like the Dougie is just a timeless dance move. You know what I mean? Like there's ain't nobody gonna look at you crazy for doing the Dougie. You know, if you want to do the Dougie, you know, Dougie it out. You know, you gotta get that Dougie on. I got this little like light up speaker mushroom that a friend of mine gave, and it's been with me for a while, and it just sits here on my desk. And part of me is, and like, it's such a cool, cool little boom speaker. It makes me upset that I don't have enough ports in my computer to keep it plugged in. You know, I have to choose. I have to choose when I want to plug it in. But I've had the speaker for some years now. I think it's been like what, four or five Christmases. Sometimes I wonder, like, how much would chuck a wood, you know? If I want to be honest, I think that, like, I'm reaching the end point of this video. And that's okay, because with ADHD ramblings, there's no like time frame that I'm shooting for. It's more of just like getting my thoughts out, and however long that takes, that's just, that's how long that episode's gonna be. And that's okay, because when life gives you chicken nuggets, you eat them with some barbecue or some sweet and sour or some sweet chili sauce or other sauces, whatever your cup of tea is, or cup of sauce, I should say. Well, anyway, bye.
Roll up. I'm heading out free air tickets.
Jackpot. That's the wiring for the jet gun. I think that's everything we need for the jet gun. Let's head back to the motel and slap this thing together. Is that a design for a weapon? Looks like you already found some of the parts. The Thrustodyne Model 23, huh? Definitely not Janus sanctioned. That doesn't matter now, does it? Oh no, Dr. Bird's here. My favorite egg. Not just book smart, but street smart. Manos.
Come up here.
Now, find a good workspace to put it together.
Doctor, you make suggestions, you don't give orders. How does this LTG thing work?
One.
Good, clean fun. Well,
Solid placement. The gateway portal should fully open in about a minute. Defend the device. Don't let them crash the gateway before it opens.
Gateway portal stabilizing.
Tyr.
Yes, she was formidable. But sometimes survival is about the friends you make. Hey, what was that? Oh, okay, fine. I'll shut up.
Found it!
Loaded on its heels. Now lure it where it can fill an ether canister. The trap is working. Get it there while you can. Max ammo.
Big guy is down.
And we are all still here. Didn't I tell you I just want to end this chaos? Time to find and fill the last canister. To get your hands on it, you'll need a Strauss counter.
you should have put your heads together and come up with a plan.
That's one of the projectors we are looking for.
What exactly does it project?
Light elemental particles. They'll neutralize the...
That's Dr. Moline. Joined the physics team last year. Nice enough guy, but weird. Canister by the gas station should be accessible now.
Goody. Let's get to work filling it. Dark elemental particles can be hazardous to your health. Let's neutralize them. That receiver dish under the canister means there are particle projectors nearby. Find them.
I checked your expiration date, and, it's today.
Portal beam initializing.
Tear them to pieces. How's your punk-ass corpse like that? Mr. Pete, Sergeant Pete would inspire more confidence.
Gateway portal stabilizing.
Alpha, knock the high driving off that target.
Max ammo.
Alpha, report. Did we get what we need to shut down this outpost?
Oh yes, Blanchard. Once they get back here, we can finish the job. The energy you collected is unstable. Get it over here, now.
Thanos, when this is over, we'll need you to come in for debrief. That's an order, copy.
Well, Blanchard, you have your orders, and I have mine.
I might need a muffler on this thing. Welcome to the... Little more lead in the pencil. You bony bastards like the code? I didn't think so.
Moment of truth, Alpha Team. Activate the simultaneous dimensional gateway. Do this right, and the SDG will unleash a neutralizing energy wave. And then, it's bye-bye, Dark Ether. That's right. Kill those ugly bastards. Kill them all. Bingo! Every few kills empowers the SDG. Trust me, we want that orb to keep growing.
Looking like month-old leftovers in the back of the freezer. That armor I hear cracking. It gets going. I'm good with that. That expert corpse sharpshooter to my badge collection. Bog me with some goddamn stuff there.
The end is nigh.
It sure wasn't part of my plan.
Alpha Team, how copy? Somebody tell me what just happened. Any station this net, what is your status? Thanos, if you've hurt them, I swear I'll...
No interruptions for this next part.
Thank you, my friends, for volunteering to take my place here. Or, in your parlance, thank you for being voluntold. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a few scores to settle. Bye-bye, Dark Ether.